I think he's on the phone. I have a couple things to tell you too. Less than 24 hours till the game. Falcons hired Titans offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. The man is suing in California. Welcome, folks. Today we are live in Goffstown for the first game of the 2021 winter sports season. This is girls basketball taking on the Cardinals of Bishop Girton. BG, as we'll call them for the rest of the game. And I'm Broden McCune. Alongside me, Adam McCune. How's it going?
This is great.
This is, yeah.
Yes, we can't call the 2021s. Really, the winter season could begin in 21, so it's really one of those.
So unfortunately, your mic is down at the moment. I'm not sure why. So we'll figure that out as we're going here. So I'll take the lone commentating spot for the second. So BG Goffstown, pretty good matchup. Two teams that have been pretty good in the past couple of years, and looks like we're going to get underway soon here as. We're taking a different approach to the broadcast today.
Yeah, as we go along, I think I'm working now. As we go along, we'll kind of explain what we're doing here with this broadcast. Bear with us if we have some technical issues. This is brand new to us as we have a robotic camera out in the gymnasium to catch the action as we are in the studio.
So I'm not 100% informed here, but it looked like there was no tip-off, and it was just an inbounds pass, as that one's going to sink in there from the center. That's, I believe that's that's 25, Gianna Pizzetti, I believe, for BG. That's Noelle Simmons taking it up the court, and that's going to go off of a BG defender's hand.
Nice job breaking the press there from the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Noelle Simmons, she didn't get to play a lot last year. I believe she suffered an injury, and she's a difference maker for this Grizzlies team. So both teams wearing masks as we are in a pandemic, and this is a full contact sport as Ava Winterburn drives to the net, and she doesn't get it. Molly Strong puts up a shot. That one can't go either. Emily Peterson with her second rebound, and she puts up a hook shot. That one no good either. BG comes down with the rebound, and they're going to take it up the court.
A rematch of last winter's championship game, of course, this one is.
Yeah, these are the co-champions of the winter season last year. So I believe a banner is up or will go up at some point for both teams. I believe that's the first time that's ever happened. Fake from outside the arc and a good move inside, and that's going to be the second layup for BG there. It's going to go up 4-0 on BG, and that one's going to stay with Goffstown for possession there, but as it went out.
Ava Winterburn being a little too hard on herself for that one. You still maintain possession, so not a big deal.
Going to try, she looked towards Molly Strong. She's got to get this one out. There you go. And that one's going to go way up the court. That's towards Emily Peterson. And Noelle Simmons going to take a shot from behind the arc, and that one doesn't go either.
You can tell they've been working on breaking that press.
Yeah.
That was impressive. Very close to getting a delay there on that, but they got it down the court.
Yeah, and Noelle Simmons' speed already showing a little bit of that separation there, that creating of the separation at least.
Of course, the championship game was really kind of the first part of the pandemic for a lot of people there. We didn't have that in very different teams from that point, as well as the broadcast that we had. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's going to be good for BG as they're going to take an early 6-0 lead, and I believe they're going to get the and one call on that one.
Yeah, for Megan Stack, the 6-foot sophomore there. She did a nice power right to the lane and took that one in, so she's got and one coming up.
Yeah, see if she can hit this one, and she does. So Goffstown's going to try and break the press one more time, and let's see if they can do it.
There's that speed
again.
There's
that speed again, and camera's not
lost
moving.
Lost the camera there for a second. Again, bear with us. All new stuff here. We actually weren't planning on doing announcers for the game tonight, but we kind of figured the first one out, we should do it for sure.
A learning process for everyone here, so we'll see. BG looks like they forced a turnover there, and let's see what they do from here. Ava Winterburn almost got a foot in there, and that's going to be Sasso taking it up for the Grizzlies, and she's driving, and good drawing of the charge there. That's some are they calling that blocking, or are they calling that charge? Oh, they're calling that blocking. So she didn't get, it looks like she didn't get her feet set as just a really good coast-to-coast transition there from the Grizzlies, and especially freshman Maggie Sasso.
Man. So we had a super freshman, and she got the third one there. We had a super freshman a few years ago, of course, with Kelly Walsh when she came on board. From downtown here on this one, Oh, good.
Noelle Simmons, probably the smallest player on the court at the moment, pulled that rebound down. She passes out and gets that one taken away.
She's the smallest, but she is absolutely the fastest out
Yeah,
there.
she moves in and out of that defense really well, and that's how she was able to slip in there for a little nitty-gritty rebound there. But unfortunately, she turns it over on a foul call, I believe.
Yeah, she might have wrist there on that one.
Yeah.
So
BG's going to take it up here, and this shot gives you a good look at the crowd size here in Goffstown. I remember last year, pre-pandemic, these games were hopping as we're going to see a
jump ball there.
as possession's going to go, I believe, to Goffstown. Yep. These games were hopping pre-pandemic,
Yes.
and now we've got like measly, I'd say at most probably 20, 25 people in the stands.
Yep. So you see the stands, and it's 2 tickets. Wow, what a move there to the hoop.
And they're going to call that one a blocking foul there, and that one's going to be 2 shot at the line for BG.
They call that one on Emily Peterson, or was that on?
I'm not sure. I think they may have called that on Noelle Simmons, but couldn't really tell.
Couldn't tell you on that one.
Oh, they could get a lane violation there. It looked like somebody on BG's side stepped in. If I'm coach, I look at that one and I say maybe there. This one's both are good, and they're going to take a 6.9-3 lead here for BG. Molly Strong, good pass down the court. Peterson, no good on the layup. Peterson has now attempted like 2 almost hook shots, and that one goes out to the corner.
Lost the handle on it. That's Goffstown
That's
ball.
Goffstown ball. It looked like Ava Winterburn did the thing that's going to make Coach mad. She did not stay on her feet on the block attempt, and she almost went through the doors into the senior calf.
When you see this BG team, and I think they could defeat some college teams, they do the fundamentals perfect.
They
like
are
almost perfect all the time.
They are constantly top of the competition here in New Hampshire.
Like that.
They're gonna
That's
call that
a
a-
heads-up play there,
Yeah.
just to do the jump ball right away. And they get the possession because of it. That's the kind of thing that you're going to see with the Cardinal.
And that's why they've got an early lead of 6 points here on Goffstown. Looked like that one was intended for the outside, but grabbed around the mid-range, and it doesn't matter. BG's going to get their ball movement going.
Oof.
Looked like a little too much ball movement, and that one's going to be a travel for BG. So as much as we can praise them, looks like that praise only goes so far, right?
I think that's the curse of the announcer right there.
Down to Molly Strong, who sends up another pass to Winterburn, who's going to take the blocking foul, and what a play by Winterburn as she draws contact going up. Now, I'd like to mention Ava Winterburn is listed at 6'1". Now, I'm not 100% sure on that measurement, but she has the length on the court.
I'll tell you, I'm excited to see what she's going to do this season. She's a sophomore. It's kind of like this is becoming her team a little bit. She gets another year of seasoning and gets the extra bucket.
So as much as we can talk about Ava Winterburn's height or her length or whatever you want to call it on the court, she's a pure scorer. She can score from just about any level on the court. She can make a three-point shot when she needs to. She can make a mid-range. And she can bring it to the free throw line as well, as Maggie Sasso pulls down that one. And Strong inside towards Noelle Simmons. And we've already talked about her height as well, as that one goes out of bounds. Goffstown is going to retain possession there, but we've already talked about...
Staying in this one, that's good.
Yeah. We talked about Noelle Simmons' height. Maybe not the best play to throw it inside to Simmons there from Strong, but looks like ref is coming to talk.
We have some sort of sub-issue. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure.
Looks like Simmons is gonna sub out along with Strong. That's gonna be Green and Ruggiero coming in.
Getting some speed on the court.
Yeah.
I see what coach is doing here.
And Green is relentless in the paint. She plays tough down low, and I hope that Goffstown will utilize that as they come out, and they are breaking this press through and through as Ava Winterburn. There you go. She can score at every level, and she just drains one from mid-range there. Inside, back outside, back across the court, and that one's not going to go over Ava Winterburn's hands, and they're going to call that Goffstown possession. So Goffstown's hanging in this one as they're only down by 1 against possibly and most likely the best team in the state. Freshman Sasso up to Ruggiero.
Could have got called for overreact in that one, but I don't think either of the officials were close enough to see it. Fortunately, our camera was. But
yeah. Really great ball movement here from BG, and this one, ooh, that would have been an easy score for BG. Probably 3 points if that pass was a little less errant. What are they going to call that one? They're going to call that one a foul on Peterson there. As we've seen
a lot of blocking fouls.
3 or 4 of those blocking fouls in the lane today. As I think a lot of this game is going to rely on the line, especially with the players that you see playing down low for either team. You've got Winterburn, you've got Green. It looks like Ava Vaughn is looking to come in at some point, and she can play down on that post really well. She'll be subbing in for Peterson, it looks like.
I think historically, the past 5 or so years, at least for Goffstown, what they've lacked is that big presence at the post underneath.
Yeah. I mean, they've been great inside scorers, but it's people that cut. That's what we've relied on for the inside scoring in Goffstown, and it's those players like Kelly Walsh and Shannon Gifford who have been those cutters for Goffstown.
Yep. That's been the focal point for sure.
That one goes for BG as they're going to take a 2-point lead. Back to Winterburn. Winterburn's going to take a dribble. Vaughn cuts the court, and she looks like she's got a little bit of a lane. She tries to stay in, and she does. Wow. Great balance on the sideline there from Vaughn. Winterburn pulling up from 3, and that hits the back iron. Real good at rebound attempt from Green there, as this one's going to be quick down the court. And that's a great post move. Yeah.
I know she missed that 3-pointer, but I love that she took that. She took that chance because that would have put them up by 1. Would have been a big opportunity there.
That's going to be a kicked ball on BG. That was a good look by Vaughn, a little bit behind, but I really like this post move here from BG, that little spin and the hook move. She wasn't looking, so she was kind of hooking up a prayer there, but she got it. Ava Vaughn from mid-range, that goes off the top of the backboard, and BG's taking this one up in transition. Let's see what they can do with it here. Ball movement just stellar here from the girls from Bishop Girton as number 1 drives in. That would be, hold on, I gotta grab the roster here. That's Brooke Paquette. And there are a lot of sophomores on this BG team.
It's actually kind of an unbelievably sophomore-heavy team for BG.
1 senior, 3 juniors, and then an army of sophomores. The possession's going to go to Goffstown as Coach Largy takes a timeout as Ava Vaughn jumps on it.
And while we're taking the timeout, this is probably a good time to talk about what is happening behind the scenes to get this game to you. So you're seeing the camera, you're seeing the scoreboard. Both of those items are in the gymnasium, but there's no operator in the gym.
There's no one there. We're all back here in the studio.
Yep. So the camera is robotically controlled over the network. Same with the scoreboard. We plug this new device that we got that takes the data and turns it into graphics, and we're able to do this.
And that's why the scoreboard looks different.
It looks
too.
a little different than maybe what we're used to, but I
kind of
like
it. The new look on it, honestly.
Looks nice. And so this was us being able to maintain coverage of these games without being in there, which is an important part of what we were trying to do with COVID protocols, because we didn't have to be there. So this is just the way to do it best.
We want to keep these sports going throughout the winter season, and if we have any opportunity to do that and keep our players safe, looks like there's going to be a foul called.
And with that, I don't think we'll be covering many away games at
No.
all, if any.
But I do believe that a lot of schools, including Goffstown, are putting in streaming systems
and
to
we're
cover
talking
those games.
And working with a whole bunch of the other access centers. Like today, this game is being broadcast right now in Nashua, ETV, so people in Nashua can see it locally on their channel as well. So we're working with those kind of organizations to try and keep this up so everybody can see as many games as possible.
And I believe the game that's going on right now in Nashua for the boys, that one also is being covered through BG or through Nashua TV as well. So we'll see here. Maybe get some updates during the game if we can around halftime.
Yep.
That one drops in off the good bounce off the board there, and Noelle Simmons. Ooh, nice little move there from Simmons, and Vaughn is going to step up.
She thought about sliding that in there for a minute.
Yeah, she has good vision, as that's going to call a
no. That was a loose
That was
ball.
a loose
It's
ball,
totally
so
fine to do that.
no possession gained or given up there. Winterburn tries to take it around the screen of Noel Simmons. Normally the reverse of that would be going down with Noel being the smaller player there, but Winterburn tried to get that one out and couldn't squeeze around it. Yeah, look at that bounce off the backboard there. I'd say that's a little bit of luck playing
Nice
in
touch,
there
though,
for
too.
the Cardinals.
That comes with some experience,
Yep.
definitely.
And that's Paquette, who is a sophomore, so not a ton of experience there, but we'll see Vaughn give the ball off to Simmons, who's going to take a three. This is a quick draw three. There's a nice motion there from Simmons. It's just got to get to the bottom of that net there. Paquette trying to make a move and driving. They're going to call that one a reach-in, I believe, on Vaughn.
A big thanks, of course, to everybody that's helping to get this game out there, the officials and everybody else, too. And for those of us who normally would be covering these games, a big thanks, too, to Scott Gross, to Bob Bartolucci, to Caleb Brown for helping us out. And we've had some offers, too, to have people help out. We're trying to keep this as small of a bubble for the people who are covering these games. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of these games, but just to do the first one with you is kind of a nicety.
Yeah. Hopefully my voice will be heard quite often on the Goffstown TV broadcast. That's the hope for this year, as Goffstown's looking to break the press, and
Boy,
they
do
do.
a great job of that. Breaking that press.
And puts up the shot. That's Ruggiero, and rebound still fumbling around. Ruggiero pulls down her own rebound after the scrum there, I guess you could say. Well, Ruggiero made a quick cut to the basket. I don't think Vaughn had the look to do it. She's got to get the ball off, or she's going to get that violation there. That one goes out of bounds, though, for BG. So Goffstown will retain possession once again. A lot of turnovers, a lot of in and out of bounds here that we've seen from either team, really.
I like that effort there from Olivia Murray from BG. Reaching in. Good idea there, just kind of went out of bounds on it. So. 15-8, it doesn't seem like it's that far of a gap. It's just, oof.
What are we going to see there? I believe that's it looks like the BG coach is saying, well, there's nothing we can do about that, as BG's going to get the foul there, and Goffstown will remain possessor, I don't know. They're going to remain in possession.
Yeah.
Vaughn on the outside. She's got that ball on the outside quite a bit today, as Ruggiero cuts, takes a step back, and that one's going to stay with Goffstown. So no shot clock here in high school level basketball for New Hampshire. So they can just keep running this one down, really, until they get a shot attempt or a turnover, I guess. You're going to see Sasso come back in for Vaughn.
What I was saying, though, is 15-8. It doesn't seem like it's that far of a gap, but it's like BG has capitalized on every mistake Goffstown's
Sasso
made.
quick from the arc, and Green's going to put that up on the inside. They're going to call that
off of Goffstown. I think it may have went off of number 20 there, Lily Green.
Yeah.
Under a minute left in the first quarter already.
Wow. I believe quarters are actually shortened, and games will be shortened as well, just because of you want to keep the players as distant as possible for as long as possible, I guess. Minimize the risk of spreading anything, and that's going to be called a travel. I'm not sure if I agree with that one. Looks like she stopped her dribble, she still had one foot on the court, and then she kind of hucked it up, and they just called it a travel. So opposite side of the court, we don't have a camera there. So we'll put our trust in the refs. Down low, that's a perfect read, and that one's just going to drop every time for BG.
How do you defend against that?
Yeah. Goffstown trying to break the press, and Sasso can't get to that one.
Again, I like the idea, and I like that, quick pass, but
looked a little like Jarrett Hinault throwing a ball out there.
Great passing there from BG.
Yeah, their ball movement is stellar. We're going to see BG take this one up again. I believe that's Paquette handling the ball there. Outside, pump fake, and they're going to call that a reach-in.
Wow, bad timing if nothing else there. Because that was kind of going off of her leg on the dribble.
Could have forced a turnover there. Instead, he forced a foul.
Eva Winterburn checking back in here for the final few seconds of this quarter.
Looking to put her in the paint, probably try and prevent a quick shot from going up. And look at that, just holding her arm up. She's got so much height on people. They're going to call it travel, I believe.
Wow. I think she pivoted one too many times.
Yeah. She hit the LG washing machine spin cycle there. Maggie Sasso, back corner. She's just going to have to. Yeah, they're just going to hold on to it. I like that move.
Yeah, it's a conservative move, but it's a good conservative move because nothing good's going to happen in 1 second.
Yeah, you don't risk another foul and putting anyone in foul trouble this early or anything like that. So
there's a good shot of some of the crowd. So what we were saying before, there's 2 tickets per home athlete.
I believe so,
and I believe they have to be in their bubble,
in their personal bubble.
Yeah.
So that's parents, family that's staying with them, that type of thing.
You know, I mean, Justin Huff, the athletic director here for Goffstown, he deserves a lot of credit. He's a hardworking guy, a smart guy, and he has been behind the scenes, not just with athletics. He's done a lot of this kind of remote stuff, like since last March, basically.
We've mentioned Justin Huff. We've mentioned Scott Gross. Let's talk about this court.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It really is beautiful.
So there's a new finish on the court, and we finally have the updated Grizzlies G logo.
Yep.
And some writing on the baselines and stuff like that. And it's if you get the chance to see it in person,
which may be a while,
which is probably going to be a while, I recommend it because it's really, really nice.
You can come out to deliberative session.
Yeah.
That's when you can see it. Because this year they're going to have that in the gymnasium, from what I'm hearing. So everything seems to be kind of up in the air, how we do things, how we, where we do things, how many people can be there.
Yeah.
It's tough, and I think everybody's a little tired of it, but
yeah.
Hopefully we can,
it's that new normal that we like to talk about. Though.
I hate that term, but yeah, it's true.
The new normal that we'll have for whenever.
For a long time.
Hopefully not, but hey, who knows at this point, right? You're going to see BG take a second an inbounds to start the second quarter, rather. I'm stumbling on my words a little bit. Opportunity down low there for BG, but they're not going to take the pass. Molly Strong with the shot contest. Not enough to stop this BG interior offense.
You can tell already Megan Stack's going to be a shooter for a while here and be a threat in this in New Hampshire for girls basketball for every team. She's a sophomore. She obviously knows her way to the hoop, so she's going to do great things at BG.
Good fake there, hesitation from Paquette, and they're not going to call that a foul. That was they say contact was clean there. Fake the handoff. That was a nice little play to Noelle Simmons.
There's a football move there for the return from the Grizzlies.
Little play act. That's that dealer that we like to talk about.
Right.
Yeah. we do have Maggie Sasso out on the court. That's Will Sasso's sister.
Sure.
So I mean,
there's a connection, definitely.
A little bit, yeah.
Yep.
Can't think of any other connection here that I can make jokingly, I guess.
So it's an 11-point game, but I mean, Goffstown's not out of this one.
No,
They've
not by any means. There's a whole lot of basketball to play. Molly Strong tries to make a play on that one.
It's that early season mistake kind of basketball that we're seeing right now.
I think if you give any team in New Hampshire, you tell them it's your first game, who do you want to play? None of them will answer BG.
I guarantee you they don't. It's a tough draw for the first game.
It's your first game post-pandemic with limited practice. Who do you want to play? Nobody's saying BG.
I don't know if we can say post-pandemic yet either.
Post-lockdown. I'll say post-lockdown
there. You go.
Ava Winterburn comes down with the rebound. She passes it off to Sasso. Sasso, then to Simmons, and Strong on the outside.
Next 3 years are going to be fun watching Winterburn and Stack play against each other.
Yeah. Quick
Great
ball
pass.
put up. Not enough from Sasso, though. And goes high off the glass and just drops in. It feels like everything that BG is putting up down low is working. Goffstown's going to try and counter that, come down the court, and yes, Ava Winterburn gets her first shot. a little bit of a dry, or her first shot of the second quarter, that is. A little bit of a dry spell that was going on there for Goffstown. That one's going to be put up on the floater. There, no foul. It looks like BG wanted something, but Sasso's going to get this on the outside and pull up.
Wow.
Bang! That one from way out there. That's a three-pointer for Goffstown. They're gonna take a 21-13.
She shot that from the landing behind Parks and Rec on Glen Lake.
This one was way out there, right on the wing too. That's not an easy shot to make, but
I'll
no
point
bank.
out that is fairly accurate because it is in that direction, kind of.
Really? Oh, yeah, I guess so. So we are directionally accurate with our metaphors
Right.
here. Looks like BG's going to try and respond with a three of their own. Oh! Are they going to call that? They're going to call that Goffstown ball after the rejection from Ava Winterburn. What a play.
That was a great play. Get to see the roll.
Oh,
Man. Ouch.
that's mean.
Yeah,
That's mean.
That's tough. Like I said, we're going to see
Ooh.
Ava Winterburn for a while. She almost traveled there.
A little bit, but I like that play. Trying to break the press there.
Good move from Sasso.
Sasso puts in an awkward layup, and is anybody coming down with it? Who are they going to call it on? It's Goffstown ball.
Wow. Crawling back into this one. I like it. Apologies if you're watching from BG. You know, forgive us. We're a little bit of a homer. That's how it's going to
A little bit.
We try and call it fair.
Oh, Noelle Simmons making a move on the inside, and that's out of
Out of
bounds.
bounds,
It hits the strap there. So that's one of the mechanisms that they lower and raise those the basketball hoops on. So we'll see here. Looks like Ruggiero is going to check back in as that one bangs out and out of bounds there. Ruggiero's going to check in for Simmons, I
We'd be
believe.
remiss, too. We're thanking all these people and talking about all these people. David Steffen in the studio is running all the replays and the camera at the same time.
I believe this is Dave's first time running a camera for GTV, which is surprising.
Well, he's usually kind of behind the switcher
Yeah.
there, so.
But I mean, he is the studio tech, so
Yep.
makes sense. But thank you, Dave. Aggie Sasso all the way out to Ruggiero. That one's batted down. That was a shoddy attempt there to try and put that one in.
Stack with a nice play, though, on the ball.
Yep.
It's just always around the ball, you know?
Sasso handoff to Ruggiero. Ruggiero. Oh,
Wow.
keeps that one in. That's Foreman out to Sasso, who's going to try one from downtown. Nope. Winterburn off
Wow.
the rebound, though.
That was all from the will of Ava Winterburn there.
It looks like BG's going to take a timeout as they're going to try and talk over how to stop, I'm going to say, Ava Winterburn
Just
here.
fantastic athleticism here. She kind of like received the punt there
Yeah.
on that one to get the shot, but saving the ball underneath. And right before that, I think it was Simmons just stopped when
Yeah.
she was about to take a shot, seeing Stack right in front of her and saying, you know, I'm not going to be on the poster for
Yeah.
this one on the block, and passed it off. And really those two kind of key onto that play. That was a great play. And because of where we're at with the score, that was huge because we're a 6-point game. That's, 2 possessions, probably 3. And I know it seems a little early maybe to be talking about that in the second quarter, but this is BG. There's a team that when you make a mistake, they capitalize on it every time.
We just said it. It seems like they've got that Midas touch down low right now. Everything they're putting up, layups, post moves, everything they're doing is going for them. So you got to be careful if you're Goffstown. You don't want to turn the ball over, make those silly mistakes. And right now, Goffstown's looking to turn it right around as they were down just a little bit ago. I believe they were down 11. Yeah.
It's a big ask to come out and play your first game against BG and play it perfect. They're kind of clawing their way back into this one. I like the effort.
Taking it up for BG, that's number 11, Olivia Murray, another sophomore. Good pass down low to 33, and great play there by Charlotte Sullivan, the lone senior on this BG team. Aggie Sasso trying to get this one over half court, and she does. Passes off to Winterburn. Outside, Winterburn for the three and nails it. Winterburn from every, I solely believe she's going to have a positive make percentage from every zone on this floor by the end of the season. She has scored from everywhere right now.
Nice
That's a great play by BG. Press breaks down pretty quick. No, it doesn't. Just kidding. Megan Stack. Oh, she gets the travel, though. That's the thing. When you've got those players like Winterburn or Stack, those ones that are really, really tall, they have that length, you give up the mobility between them. So it's harder to push that transition, but Winterburn does it really well for a big five, that center position.
Right. Yeah, both of them are very mobile posts. You know, it's not like you've got a Shaq down there and it's this immovable object. But
hey, Shaq in Orlando could move up the court.
It's true.
That's also, he was also skinnier there. But Winterburn at the top of the point, and Noelle Simmons tries to get through and doesn't.
Oof.
Good hustle play there by Ruggiero. What are they gonna call this one? They're gonna call that one on Ruggiero.
BG coach is just trying to get his girls to calm down because there's that kind of like hectic anticipation when you get that, that kind of flurry of activity. It kind of riles teams up.
So it looks like Ruggiero, what they're going to say is Ruggiero wasn't really going for the ball. She went under the BG player's legs.
Gotcha. Yep.
But we'll see here. There's a 1-and-1 off the bonus here, but that one doesn't go, so they won't have the second chance. Noelle Simmons can't pull that in, but great defensive play there from BG. Moving up the court and off the back, and Stack with the rebound, and Winterburn with the shooting foul. Especially in a game like this, it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of movement on the floor, and I just saw, Winterburn looks like she's gasping for air under that mask. So you got to keep your players, like especially Winterburn, those key players for Goffstown, you got to keep them on the floor. And
probably also noticing that they're doing subs from the stands as well, because the spacing issues. It's a very short sideline, if you will, on this near side where our camera's at. There's not a lot of room there, so trying to space out that many players was difficult. So they figured out a solution.
And I say keep your players on the floor, and when I say that, I mean keep your players on the floor and winded. You can't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to make it 26-18, an 8-point lead here for BG.
BG has not missed many free throws.
No.
A couple.
Seems like that's what they do in practice a whole lot. That one goes to Strong, and Strong.
Oh.
That one was intercepted there by Paquette. Paquette's going to drive. They're going to call that a reach-in, though. Not on, I believe that was still on the floor, so she'll take the 1-and-1, and the points won't be counted.
Still trying to perfect our graphics there. You can see we have possession arrows for both teams, apparently, but that's just one of those details we'll figure out as the season goes.
Technically, it's basketball. Anybody can have possession at any time.
Yeah, I'm sure that really narrows it down for people watching at home.
Both made there for BG. That was Paquette, who went 2 for 2.
Stolen again. Boy, that press is, oof. No foul on that one.
No foul.
Surprise.
Yeah. Are they going to...
Timeout from
Coach Largy's going to take a timeout there. I'd be a little upset if I was a coach seeing that one go down, and no foul being called on either team, really.
Yeah, you see they stole the inbound, not really the inbound, but right down below. And
I think Noelle had her feet set.
Yeah. But that's a tough one. But not only does BG have, they know how to, they do this press, and they do this a lot, and they do it all the time, and it's relentless. They also have a plan. When they get the ball, everybody sets into motion.
Yeah. Seems like BG's plan here is very formulated. and they know what they're doing. Their ball movement is very, very well put together, and there's no off the cuff like
there's not a lot of improvisation.
Yeah.
I think the thing about like good teams that you see over and over, it almost looks robotic in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's this method where they just keep doing the same things over and over because they do them well. And, BG churns out competitive teams, if not the best team in the state almost every year. So even though they have one senior on their roster, they're still very, very tough.
One's going to be intercepted there. Easy to lane, but who comes down with it? Noel Simmons is going to pick off a pass.
And I think what we're seeing now as they break this press, they're getting a little tired.
Yeah.
It's
outside,
relentless.
strong. It goes.
Nice basket there. Kind of spark they needed.
Yeah. We'll see what BG has to defend here on. And it's just I can't say it enough. They're golden from the inside there, and they just layups anything. And
I think
Molly
that
Strong's
might have
foot
been out of bounds.
was out of bounds. But they're just perfect from the inside. But let's watch this feed. Oh, to a beautiful shot there from Strong.
Perfect.
Yeah. BG with the ball here. That's Paquette, and down low to Stack, trying to make a move on Strong, and that's great post play there from Stack.
Very, very good post play.
And I think
A little collision there.
if they call that on Vaughn, I'd like to speak with the refs here, but they don't. She was making a move towards the ball there, but
What is this, preemptive anger? You can't do that.
Yeah.
They didn't even call it that way.
No.
You can see the replay here of this. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a pretty easy one to call.
Going to stay with Goffstown.
Lucked out on that one. Kaylee McDonald, she's always around the ball too. She's poked her hand in there and knocked that one out.
So Simmons is going to come out, and Sasso
back. Yep.
replacing her. Reminder, Sasso is just a freshman, and she's starting for this team, so pretty good. And that one's just going to fall for BG. As
the machine keeps turning here on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Largy is getting some fresh legs in there because, like I said, it's tiring breaking that press constantly.
Winterburn, she's going to draw some contact there from BG.
Heads up play there. Go to the hoop strong and try and make something happen at the free throw line, if nothing else.
Yeah, and Winterburn, she's a good shooter, so she can make something happen here at the line. As I hope I don't jinx her. And I do. My apologies.
She's also the outside on her on the volleyball team.
Mm-hmm.
Really good athlete there for Goffstown. We got a lane violation or warning, maybe.
Yeah, I believe they had. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah.
How many people in the
Gets the
back
second
point?
off. Much needed points there for the Grizzlies.
They close this lead to 14, which sounds like it's a far and beyond game, but Goffstown has made rally back, as they're going to call that.
I couldn't see the body contact down there. It may have been a body foul.
Yeah, we'll see here
on this one because it's kind of obscured down below. See, yeah, she kind of pushed a little in.
Her forearm there.
I think she was kind of hoping the official didn't see it.
Yeah, that one doesn't go, and
a rare miss for BG.
Yeah, we talk about Winterburn being great from the free throw line. BG is just the same, and looks like she's getting some shot notes there from her coach, as that one's going to fall. So those little words of wisdom, I guess, helped her. She goes 1 for 2.
Need a little help there and kind of telegraph that one.
Yep. Shot put up, that goes out, but Peterson.
Zero hesitation once they get the ball, what they're going to do.
Oh, what a play by Vaughn. You know why Vaughn made that play? She's the goalie for the soccer team.
That
so
was
she
impressive.
stretched out. I think she was unfortunately out of bounds, but
Well, I think it went over and back because she technically touches it
yeah,
there.
yeah.
She was in bounds, but that was a very athletic move.
Very
but
great play there by Vaughn.
Oh!
And Sasso's going to get the nutmeg, but Molly Strong gets it back. Yeah,
Still got the ball, so.
Ava Vaughn makes a goalie-type play there, but unfortunately over and back over the half-court line. Sasso, seeing what she can do with it, picks up her dribble, loses it, and she's going to keep it. And Peterson.
Good court awareness.
Vaughn puts one up from the outside. That goes off the back of the rim. Strong on the outside. Same with Peterson as she looks to drive in. She does. And she doesn't get that one to go.
Like there's a lid on the bucket for Goffstown tonight.
It glazed right over the top there, as this is one's going to send us to the half. And I believe the quarters are shorter. So if it feels like you're going crazy and this one's taken really not that much time, it's for a good reason. BG is going to close the half out with a 15-point lead over Goffstown, 37-22. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll see you guys back after the 8-minute break at halftime. Welcome back, folks. Here we are closing out the halftime break as we hope you enjoyed the highlights of the game so far. And we talked about the last quote-unquote matchup between these two teams, and I believe we have a clip. Do we have a clip ready in time?
Well, I think maybe, we can get to that. This is the virtual game. Broden, you put this together at the start of this pandemic, and it was such a fun moment.
Yeah. It was a nice means of closure, as there was a possibility that there was a game, there wasn't a game. A dunk.
The dunk was the highlight.
Yeah.
Emily Doherty with the dunk.
In crunch time.
That is the magic
So,
of 2K working
it was
right
a
there.
fun time.
I
It
don't know how
was.
that one happened.
I mean, look at all those people. God.
Yeah, and they aren't wearing masks.
Oh,
As we're into
unbelievable.
the second half already here.
BG taking it up the court, and that one doesn't drop. That's something of that you don't see that much.
Not from BG. Not in this game.
Ooh,
Oh.
Inside cut to
Wow.
Winterburn, and that one drops. What
Wow.
a play by Ava! As that
Ava
one's
had great vision there down the court.
really good play there from Winterburn, and they've got stacked triple teamed on the inside there. One's put up from the outside. And, wow, dang.
How do you defend against that one?
That's hard
Great
to do.
shot from Kaylee McDonald.
Especially when you've got three people down low on stack. You got to work back to your defensive positions there. Hand off to Simmons.
Oh, we got a reach in.
I don't know. That looked like a different. Call that on 23, so it will be Goffstown ball here. So
Forgive me if I'm not as up on the hand signals of
yeah,
basketball.
no, neither am I. It looked push, I believe is what they're calling there. Outside Peterson, she's going to let that one fly, bounces off, and they're going to call that an over the back on Winterburn, I believe.
And she's frustrated.
Yeah.
I believe that might be her third now. So, if we would have had a little forethought, we would have probably done some stats and had that. But
Yeah.
we're still trying to,
Hey,
do
we're a three-man show here. Come on, we can't. And one of the men is doing most of the work there in the studio. That's Dave Steffen.
we
so.
get these comfy armchairs here
Yeah,
that we can
exactly.
sit in.
Outside, good fake by Paquette, and that one doesn't go.
Fighting for that
Trying
rebound.
to
underneath.
make some space there is Lily Green as Noelle Simmons makes a cross and another cross, and Strong from mid-range doesn't get that. Noelle gets the rebound down low. That's like her third or fourth rebound of the game. That's pretty stellar for someone who's listed at, I believe, 5'4".
5'4", yes.
Probably honestly a little bit shorter than that.
She might be. I always take the heights with a grain of salt on all
Yeah,
of these
I
programs.
believe Robbie Bagidi was listed at 6 foot last year, which is about 3 or 4 inches off.
No.
No,
Not at all.
not if you're listening from BG. No, it's not. That one's not going to go for Goffstown either.
The boys' game going on right now as well, and Nashua ETV is taking care of that one, so I was chatting with their director, Pete Johnson, a little bit ago.
Off the front rim there.
It's great to see that kind of spirit of community with all of this.
Yeah, especially during these times. And I mean, with everyone not being able to go to games, especially away, that one's up for Strong. But good hustle play there by Sasso.
I like the hustle. It's not panic, it's hustle, and it's good to see.
Sasso's trying to make a move. She sets up a play rather as he looks towards Simmons. Simmons makes a spin out to Strong. Strong to Peterson there. And out to Simmons. Simmons tries to use that fake, and she's going to get a travel instead.
A little too lateral there on that one, I think, and good
Simmons-
ball movement here, though.
Simmons is calling for a sub and going to get it. That's Ruggiero coming in. Cat taking this one up for the Cardinals. Also, speaking of BG, let's talk about their color scheme here for a little bit.
You only say that because you and I are Packer fans.
We
so it's-
are Green Bay Packers fans, and they are mainly green and yellow, but their mascot is a cardinal. Now, the cardinal that they use in their logo is a male cardinal, so it's red. It's bright red.
Yep.
And technically red is one of their colors too, but they are green, yellow, and red, which just don't go together at all, as they're gonna line up with the free throw.
I think we also, this is something that we, again, an afterthought. I believe it's Cardinal, not Cardinals. I think they go by the BG Cardinal.
Really?
I believe so.
And I believe that's in like correspondence with the school itself.
Yes, with the private school.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one's going to go out for BG. That's something, again, we haven't said a whole lot tonight, but missed free throw there for Bishop Girton. Oh, that one went a little astray. And
See, I told you, Winterburn is always around the ball, and he came to her when she's on the sideline.
She's got that length. She can get hit from the ball in any position on the court, and she was on the sideline, so she wasn't even on the court that time. Handoff here. Back out, and good ball movement as always from BG. Back behind the line and drives in, and a little scoop on the layup there. It doesn't go. Give it out to Sasso, and Maggie Sasso's pushing the court pretty fast here. Drives in. Good move. Doesn't go for the Grizzlies, though.
Seems to be the case tonight for us.
Paquette with
Nice
a
move.
fast breakdown, and that one's going to go.
That is basically the whole game there in 2 plays.
Yep. Vaughn tries to make a move towards that one, and it's going to be handed off
pass.
to Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn had an opportunity there, but she tries to set the play up instead. Good team move, but I believe the points would have been more valuable there. Ruggerio's going to break the
Down the
baseline, and
yeah.
Vaughn ends up with the points.
Lost the handle for a second, but
Out
gains
there
it
to
back.
stack. Back out to 11. I don't have my roster on me. You can call her name if you
Olivia
want.
Murray.
Olivia Murray, thank you.
You go up and down this roster, and it seems like every single player is a great ball player. You
Yeah.
know? It's tough to
Yeah,
tough
they
to
are
stack up.
technically a private school, so I do believe they have recruiting ability and
Sure.
stuff like that. So you're going to get some of the best players here for BG, but Goffstown's still putting up a decent fight. I mean, they are down 17. They're doing best you can in your season opener. So
3:45 left in the first half for the boys' game. It's 17-15 BG.
that sounds like a good game happening over there in Nashua.
We've been testing out our equipment and seeing the boys' practices because of that, and
They
they look pretty good.
They look good. Also, somebody we talked about a whole lot during football season. We talked about him a little bit watching practice the other day remotely.
Heads up play there from Ruggerio to bounce it off the BG player.
One of our players of the game quite often this season was Uzi Empoyo.
Yep.
And he's back playing basketball. I believe he was, I don't know if he played last year, if he played JV last year, but he's on that varsity team. He is built.
You know, it's funny because I always thought of him as a little fast guy, but he's
he was a great running back as a freshman.
Ouch. That's tough for getting that over and back call
Yeah.
in a situation like that.
Yeah.
But it goes back to BG here.
And that's what I knew. That's what I knew Uzi as too. He was a great running back opportunity as a freshman, and he started playing outside linebacker. And I was like, well, I guess there's a reason for that after seeing him.
Definitely.
He put on some muscle weight there. Outside, dot fake, and down low to Stack, who's got Ashley Pinard on her, and Stack just
Another move by
essentially
Stack.
just walks right around her. That one's gonna be smacked down. Great defensive play there by BG. Dump ball here. Gonna go back to BG. So it looks like BG has turned the corner here on defense. This is a good play. But Peterson and Pinard there, it looks like they forced a jump ball.
Interesting, we haven't
outside.
called Peterson's name very much today.
No, she's one of those role players. She definitely knows her role on this team. She's not a person who goes out and gets all the stats she wants, but she fills a void in this team that's needed. She gets rebounds, and she'll get a couple points when she needs to.
They call push there. I was hoping they weren't going to call travel, because I thought that could have been a call too, but I think there's a push as she was traveling. You can see the replay here. Ruggiero go behind the back. Yeah, kind of tripped a little bit.
Good little behind the back move there from Ruggiero.
Coach Largy is trying to build a program of his own here in Goffstown, and very competitive in his tenure, so we'll see how that shapes up for us. Again, another young team for us, too, for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, a point that we're gonna hear all year is the loss of arguably one of the best high school basketball players we've seen in New Hampshire for a long time, and that's Kelly Walsh. She was named to, I believe she was named to NH Sports Page's top 10 high school athletes of the 2010s.
That makes sense.
And it would make sense doing so. Connor Bork also was on that list.
None other than Connor Bork.
Yeah, none other than Connor Bork. It made me very happy to see those two, as that one's not going to go for a Vaughn.
We're doing some Alan Potvin references here.
Yeah.
None other than Connor Bork.
This one's going to go back to Goffstown, though, after a turnover from BG. But Kelly Walsh, just dominant in every aspect on the floor. She could do anything. She dropped, I believe she dropped
scoring
39 one game last year. And I believe in another she dropped around 40 plus. So,
and that's the thing you're trying to replace.
Yeah.
Is that amount of bulk scoring,
Mm-hmm.
really. It's a difficult thing to do for any team, but
yeah,
I think the pieces are here to build something in Goffstown for sure.
yeah.
Another nice play by BG. And again, when they get that ball, there is no hesitation what is going to happen.
They move.
next.
They move. They work together well as a team, and they move down the court very quickly. And that's really stellar on their part. Look at that.
Right
The
here,
minute,
you see
the
23 breaking out into the side there, and just knowing that she's got to be into that lane for that to
Yeah.
catch that pass. To make
the
that
minute
shot.
the minute Goffstown loses the ball there, BG makes an immediate, like, they all turn, do a 180, and start down the other side of the court. So I don't doubt they've put in hours on drills doing just
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Another thing of note, too, there are other sports. We're very aware of those other sports that are going on as well for Goffstown. We have some equipment out for the swim meet this weekend. We'll have that next week for you. And I know the hockey team is also out there performing. That's a little different situation for us. I know some people are asking for to be able to see some live hockey. We're hoping to get there at this point. Can't make a lot of promises because
Whole lot going on.
pretty much
behind
every
the
home
scenes here.
game is an away game
Yeah.
when you're talking hockey, and it adds another layer of complexity. And we're an extremely small staff here,
Yeah.
so to be able to get out and do all these events and do all the meetings this week, for instance, there were 6 meetings on our schedule.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in the background. We have 1 full-time person and 3 part-time people that help out with everything here. So we're trying to get as many things going, and we're always saying we're spinning a lot of plates, and sometimes those plates crash, but hopefully they go well, like tonight's broadcast.
Yeah,
So,
tonight's broadcast has been pretty good so far.
yeah, we're jinxing it now,
Yeah,
aren't we?
aren't we?
Another steal there.
Stack.
What a play there by Stack.
Stack's gonna take it. Oh, they're gonna call a reach in or a hold there on.
Who was that on,
on
though?
Strong, I
You
believe.
can see the replay here.
Maybe Sasso? No, she moved up court at that point.
right
That's
there.
on Molly Strong. Yep.
She fouled her. But again, Stack is just always in there. And again, he shoots that basket, misses that one, but
Oh, we've got a player down, and it looks like she's getting back up. Also, there are a few seniors here on this Goffstown team, relatively young. I believe next year will be the first time in like 6 years, or a stretch of time where we have not had a Strong sister play
Yes.
of Goffstown basketball.
that's a constant for our
Yeah.
roster for a while. Yeah, you're right.
Foreman on the inbound, back to her, and she's going to get it up to Sasso. Everyone in that front court was a junior, a sophomore, or a freshman. So
Blocking foul. But I'll tell you, these officials are calling this very tight today. I'm not saying that in a good or bad way. I'm just saying that they've been right on top of this,
Yep.
and it's probably good for the first game to be like that, so you kind of get a refresher on what this is all about.
tipped there by Bernard, and that one's going to go back to BG.
Halftime for the boys game. We're getting an update here from Nashville ETV. BG boys are up 28-26 at the half. So a really good game there.
Really good game
Nashville.
there. And that one's probably going to come down to the final minutes, maybe seconds of the fourth quarter. So hopefully this game runs long enough that it'll work. But If not, I believe, does ETV, do they have a YouTube stream that we could direct anybody to or anything like that?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll get a text here in a moment or
Yeah.
so from.
We'll try.
I know
we'll
they
try
do
and
have a
keep
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll try and keep you posted as much as possible for the folks who are looking to get updates about anyone on the boys team.
We will have that game broadcast on Goffstown TV later.
Yeah, a rebroadcast will happen. So if you're looking for highlights or something as a player, you can go watch yourself, or a parent trying to relive the moment, I guess.
Kind of lofts one up there from Molly Smith and almost got that almost surprise shot
Yeah.
to go in.
Take the handoff there from Green, and
There's the
Sasso's
dealer
gonna get
play.
that. And Sasso,
Oh!
great play down low.
Oh, they're
with the
calling
punt.
it travel
They're
on
gonna
her.
call it travel.
I could see
Oh,
that. I could
no.
see it. That's tough though, especially considering you got the freshman there making an excellent move to the hoop, very aggressive there to the hoop to try and get in one. But
Nate Bracey looked like he didn't like that call there on the opposite sideline where the assistant coach is.
he had a little better view than us, maybe a little bit more biased than we are. Though.
Probably. These look like there's some new numbers out on this court for BG. Looks like they're clearing their bench as well, trying to get everybody involved and keep their starters healthy and
Yeah,
winded,
well,
not
that's
winded.
the way to do it. And Coach Brad Creek there is going to guide this program again and again. So that's how you do
Pinard,
that.
hustle play, and it's
Fourth quarter.
the fourth quarter. I was looking for like a call or something there. I didn't look down at the scoreboard.
No, it's very background, and I know you don't have a headset. You just have our lav mic on, so you can't hear. But I
yeah,
can hear
yeah.
the buzzer go off there. So.
Uh,
Again, this is our first broadcast with almost entirely new gear that is being set up here. Worked pretty closely with the school district to get some of this gear and figure out a way to make this work. I know there's some other activity going on in the background. I was chatting with athletic director Coach Huff today, Coach Huff, Justin Huff. It's automatic still. About their plans to do some streaming of JV games, perhaps.
Yeah,
and some of the games that we can't cover.
Yeah, and because we've got that limited staff and there's a lot of stuff still going on, especially a lot of new stuff like those remote meetings and
Right.
stuff like that for the town, we're gonna have all hands on deck covering some other stuff. So unfortunately, there may be some home games that we just can't cover.
For instance, Monday is right off the bat. We've got another girls' game against Hanover. Same time, we also have a remote select board meeting and a remote school board meeting. So that's a situation where we've got a lot of things going on. We're probably not going to be able to do the game. So
we'll let the robots take over and hopefully we'll see an automated stream here from the athletic department. Winterburn coming back onto the floor here for Goffstown as Noelle Simmons is going to take this up.
if you are looking for the boys' game, you can go on YouTube. The Bishop Girton live stream is what you're looking for.
What a play there by Winterburn. My goodness.
Did she draw a foul on that too?
She drew a foul and she was like watch this replay, folks.
And won.
This is an incredible play.
Good move right there to get down low into the post. And then draws the
Wow.
foul with the shot. That's a sophomore.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic heads-up play there, and to get the follow-through and get the shot, and one. And I realize this game at this point is kind of getting out of hand as far as the score, but obviously still putting in the effort there. I really can't wait to see what she does the next few years here in Goffstown.
She sinks the and one opportunity too. So, again, she can score from anywhere. You can put her on the line all you want. You can run hack-a-shack if you want to and try and beat her up down low. It's not going to work. She can shoot from that mid-range and that three-point. Just about any facet of the game she's got locked down at the moment. So, I'm out here. I believe from BG.
The 30-second timeout, I believe, and so it should be a quick one. Yep, it was 30 seconds.
I don't even know if they're taking a full team huddle.
I think it's just more of a breather here. I'm
Maybe,
not sure what's.
Maybe coach is talking to a couple players specifically. It looks like 3 of them are already lined up, ready for the end of this.
In a way, this pandemic and how we've approached these games. In a way, we're almost serving the opponent broadcast more than we are our home broadcast. I could see very easily that we have more people from BG watching than Goffstown tonight because, you know, we've got
There's
parents that are interested here, like in the stands, and then everybody else is not allowed in. So,
but haha, too bad we're homers. So you're going to hear the Goffstown.
I think we're
Goffstown
pretty
commentary.
fair, though. I mean, everybody knows this is a great team. And
Good pass.
Look at the precision that they have out there passing there.
Those bounce passes are not easy to make. Oh, she thought about it there, Paquette, and doesn't matter. Still going to go out. Go
Olivia
in from
Murray
the outside.
from 3.
Noelle Simmons looking to move it up court, and that one's going to be picked off there. Paquette, back outside, back to Paquette.
Little hesitation, and then from mid-range.
Yep.
Nice.
She's got that hesitation, that little pump fake down all game today, and she's been really good with it. Molly Strong with the pick. And Winterburn from the outside. That one close, but no cigar.
Very close to proving your point again, where she can hit from anywhere.
Ooh.
Flat-footed shot there from Paquette.
Noelle Simmons getting relentless here on perimeter defenses. That one's going to sink for BG. Yeah, this one's starting to get out of hand here. I think you put it the best way there. It's running away from the Grizzlies here as Peterson almost took a shot to the head there.
Maybe we can turn on the computer to play for us for a quarter or so, every minute. I don't think everybody quite appreciates how much work that was for you to put that all together last year for the championship game.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but it was a lot.
You simulated an entire season for several teams. Correct?
Yeah. So to do the gameplay itself, I had to create 2 new franchises within the NBA. I had to put them in the East. I had to run them against the Celtics, the Bulls, all those teams.
Right. Get them through the playoffs.
Get them. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the playoffs because neither of the teams would have seeded high enough.
Gotcha.
Just because the tallest person on either team was like 6 foot.
Yeah.
So
you kept that accurate too. You went through the rosters.
I did heights. I did as close as possible. I did like hair color and all that stuff too. Unfortunately, the NBA or the 2K games doesn't have enough licensing just yet to do custom WNBA teams. So, unfortunately, all the girls were technically male characters, but they all had ponytails
From 3.
and stuff.
Oh, Ruggiero with a nice shot.
That one's out of bounds, though, I believe. So, it was a long process because along with making all of the players and trying to get their play styles down to a T. For some of the players, I even tried to get what shoes they wore, just because I have the pictures and stuff from GTV Sports. I tried to get as much detail as possible. I also had to.
I distinctly remember the coach had a striking resemblance to Steve Largent.
Yeah, you were able to customize what the coaches looked like, and it was not like to a T, but you had like 50 options to choose from, and I tried to get as close as possible to Coach Largy there.
That was a fun time, and it was when I look back on this years from now, when you did that game, that was probably one of the highlights for me. If there are highlights of the lockdown, but that was a great moment for the community, for fun. And
it like that night, I remember trying to get Caleb on Zoom as well, and like we were going through that process, and I didn't really realize how much it was until like after the fact. I got a text from you, and you were like, I mean, just on the live stream, there were like 1,200 people watching on either, and newspapers picked it up and stuff too. It was the only sports that were happening anywhere.
Correct.
And that was after a process of like, oh, the game's still on. Oh, no, it's not. Over the course of 2 days from the NHIAA. So fortunately, we were able to get a little bit of closure in that season, and they were named co-champions. That one goes, but the point wasn't awarded to PG.
There it goes.
Okay, now it's going to go up by 2. There we go. They must have heard me.
Just a little bit behind, that's all. Nothing wrong with that. I think there may have been a few BG fans that were kind of a little bit sore about the fact that they had to share a championship with
Yeah,
Goffstown
yeah.
because they didn't get to play the game. And I can understand that because it's a team that's just been a juggernaut. And, you play that game 100 times and probably 90 of them are going to go their way. But
Yeah.
it's just how it goes. Another shot from Winterburn.
And I believe Erin Crawley was their star player there in BG, and she was named Gatorade Player of the Year over Kelly Walsh. So it's not like they were at any disadvantage there. They were a great team, and
No one's
also
going to take that away from them for sure.
also this was as much as BG may be upset, or anyone from Bishop Girton may be upset that they are sharing a title with Goffstown. I'd like to give a little bit of a little bit
Way downtown there on
Yeah.
that one from Pizzetti.
a little bit of credit to, I believe it was Merrimack was the team that we were supposed to. No, it was Salem. Salem was the team that the girls were supposed to go up with, and the game and the rest of the playoffs were suspended because of the pandemic.
Yep. Nice play there. Wow, that was really impressive there from Vaughn.
Vaughn. So there was a team. There were two teams at least that were in the semifinals
Correct.
that just kind of got thrown to the side and said, "Oh, they."
Londonderry? Was that
It
the
may
other
have
one?
been Londonderry. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure because
no, it was
I
Lon-
believe that was 17 or 18 years ago now as I get the replay. It feels like it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. It feels like it was such a long time ago, and that one, yeah, just
Paquette's got that good flat foot shot there.
yeah. And I said it on this play. I said Noelle Simmons has a relentless need
Definitely.
for that ball, and she's smaller. She can move around that defense really well. So outside
Seeing some
here,
of the ball control here from BG, and they can score from pretty much everywhere on the court.
and this transition game too is incredible. They all move in simultaneous fashion, and it's really good. Really, all you can say about it.
Yep, I think they practice it quite a bit, and they've even backed off of the press because of the game, being at the place that it is, and getting some new players out there.
Yeah. They're gonna call that one a jump. No, they're just gonna say that is a jump ball, but it's just gonna go to the
Possession goes to
Cardinals.
BG. Yep.
Looks like Goffstown is gonna put their starters back in. That's Maggie Sasso and Noelle Simmons.
Well, I think there's some logic to that where you want to try and get players out there and on the court a lot right now
Yeah.
because it's been so hard. Practices were limited. Maybe a little bit of a sloppy start in
Yeah.
some ways for this game. So to kind of clean it up a little bit, you need more time on the court.
I want to see Ava Winterburn drop 40 within the next 4 minutes and 4 seconds. No.
Well, this ain't NBA 2K, so you can't do that.
Noelle, she grabbed that
That's
one before.
tough. She
it went
wishes
out.
she had that one back. But a good heads-up play again
Yep.
there, getting the steal and bringing it down to the hoop. It seems like a lot of right idea didn't finish like we wanted to in this one.
Execution will be a big thing in the upcoming week's practice, as that's going to be travel.
Well, that was that was interesting there because I think it was Alyssa Hunt was going to make a break on that ball,
Yeah.
and you could see it, and she stopped, and when she stopped, she had already taken a step. So easy call for the officials on that one.
Noelle standing at the logo and hand off to Sasso. Nice cross move, but just snatched. There. Jump ball. That one should go back to Goffstown. Yep.
You don't want to look ahead too far, but when you've got Winterburn and Sasso as senior and junior,
Yeah.
this team's going to be pretty formidable at
Yeah.
that point, I think.
Sasso on the outside. She's going to drive, and I mean this is her first high school game, so she may not have the best stats. She may not have had the best performance, and
Kind of take it down there
Yeah.
a little bit.
she may not have the best stats or the best performance, but
I'm
She went out
impressed.
there,
I'm
yeah.
impressed with her especially for a first varsity game. This was a good effort, and she scored some points, and she showed flashes of what she's going to be like as she progresses in her career in Goffstown.
Yeah, and I actually was I was able to catch one of her AAU games, and she is a performer in those AAU games. I was at the court at the same time, and I looked over and I go, I feel like I know her, and I was like, yeah, that's Sasso, and she played just as well, if not better, at those AAU games. So there's no doubt that she can perform at a high level.
Another great move by Winterburn. Didn't get the basket, but gets the foul.
Also, I believe all of these players, speaking of AAU, are not playing with another team on any level.
Right. They want to try and limit that because there's just so many contacts you come into. There's so much stuff to think about with everything everybody does. You have to overthink it.
This is a far smaller roster. I believe there's only about 12 players listed.
Yeah, they were
if not
limited.
less.
They were limited in the size of their roster as well, part of the NHIAA.
You can't have swing players. You can't have players moving between JV and varsity. So.
And there's no JV tonight. There's no JV game, and that might be more of a function of what BG is doing. But yeah, so there's so much to think about for every single event that happens. And honestly, I think that's the biggest thing I'm seeing right now with this pandemic is fatigue. People are tired. People are tired of having to do all this stuff.
Ava Winterburn works inside, but they're going to give her travel for that one. I do agree with that travel there. She did pick her feet up a little bit. But I also think she may not have had possession all the way through. It looks like she was fumbling with that dribble a little bit. Pump fake there on the outside, and driving, and that's going to lay up in it. It's just, it's that...
It's a machine.
Yeah. Fundamentals are just sound as ever for this team, and that's all they do. The fundamentals, the driving to the hoop, and just putting it up on one of the corners of those rectangles. Outside
strong
there.
pass from Winterburn there.
But it looked like a little too strong there as Lily Green couldn't handle it.
She gets down on herself. I mean, she really shouldn't. She's had a great effort today. I think she's going to have a fantastic season.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to watch that all progress. Putting the press there on the corner a little bit.
Yeah.
Fouls.
No, she stepped out of bounds.
It went out. Good for her. High effort, high motor, high effort all the time, it seems there.
Looks like Simmons is going to come out.
Speaking of which, right?
Yeah. That relentlessness that we talked about on defense. Oh, that one drops out of the freshman's hands there. Pinard, the junior, coming over saying, don't sweat it, don't sweat it. He's still got a time to make something happen in this game, as that one's going to sink to the outside. And this one has ran away.
This one's gone now
as ever.
I don't think we're going to be catching up in the next minute and a half. But.
Probably not. Pinard looking over the floor, she loses her dribble, but she sticks with it, and that's going to be a jump ball, unfortunately.
I mean, when you look back and you go, look at the box score or whatever in the paper on this one, you think, boy, they really handed it to them. We were within 5 in the second quarter at one point, and it just kind of slowly eroded.
There was some adjustment made around halftime that really exploded for BG. Outside, that one's going to go.
And again, a nice shot there. They're relentless, and it's the press for the first part of the game, and making mistakes happen, and then capitalizing on those mistakes.
Pinard putting up the floater, that doesn't go. And that could have been a foul there from Green. Inside, Green meets her down there, and they're going to call that a shooting foul. 53 seconds left in this one. And, I mean, there's not much else to say in this game.
It's academic at this point,
BG has put on a clinic in this second half on how to play basketball, really.
Sure. Charlotte Sullivan, the lone senior on this BG team, at the line right now.
Looks like Caroline Foreman's going to come in for the Grizzlies as well, probably close this game out. No need to put in another sub at this point. It seems like everyone has done their job, and that one's going to sink for BG. Pinard coming down, and she's going to take this one off the court. Trying to set up something on offense here, it looks like, for the Grizzlies. Screen from Winterburn, and Pinard loses this one and gives it right to
just waiting
BG.
for it there is Aaron Morris.
Winterburn, good defense though down low. He doesn't let her.
She does not give up an
No.
inch. I love that.
Look at that. Great use of the hands as she puts it up and down and sideways and everywhere, really. One's going to be on the floor, a foul there. Oh no, they're going to call that during the shot attempt. So, because she pump faked.
Boy, I'm not sure about that one.
Interesting.
Right. But at this point, it's hard to argue with anything.
Yeah.
You know.
That one drops in.
Gianna Pizzetti at the line there. Had a three-pointer, I believe, there earlier in the game, too.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody that's on the roster scored.
Yeah, everybody's got at least 2 here for BG, so. And there's 2 for Zetti. Ruggiero taking this one up. Ruggiero trying to get Winterburn over for a screen, but Winterburn driving instead. Hop step. Oh, that would have been an incredible play from
It
Ruggiero.
really would.
It was a good hop step, and she's going to try and. Oh, they're going to
Kind
call
of tried
that.
to reach a little bit
No.
there, right at the end of the
Right
game.
at the end of
even.
the game.
is
She doesn't
playing
give up. So
right to that buzzer.
this is going to be a 77-33 dominant win and a dominant performance from BG, especially in the second half for the away team.
By the way, if you're wondering about the boys' game score, end of the third, Goffstown has taken a 48-43 lead over the Cardinals. So
it looks like
that.
some Cowette adjustments coming in there
There it
to at the half. So we'll see you for the next home broadcast, whenever that will be. We'll figure that out, and it'll be up on gtv.sports on Instagram. We'll keep you updated there, as you should hit that follow button. And, we'll
Be the 500th.
500th, yeah. I believe we're at 499 at the moment, so half a thousand, hopefully coming soon. So thank you guys for watching, and signing off. This is Broden McCune joining me,
Adam McKeon.
and stay hydrated, folks.